Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. And y'all, hopefully we don't have not nan bit of technical difficulties today like we had last night, which is why we are doing this now in the afternoon time, okay? It's usually me time. This is usually my me time, okay? But I'm giving y'all my me time because I love y'all, okay? And there are things to discuss, okay? And I was all gung-ho last night, honey. I was primed and ready. And the IGs and the YouTubes and the StreamYards and the Xfinity services said, not today, Jaylee, go to bed. And I went to bed, okay? And woke up and a little bit of more foolishness has come around here. And so now we have one more story to add to our chit chat, because yesterday it was the update with Keke and Darius. It was the Omarion and Apryl situation, Sarunas and Dominique, you know what I'm saying? And now we got Tamar, Chrisean, and the James, man. I was like, what is going on? What is going on? Okay, but hopefully y'all can clearly hear me and I'm not sounding like a robot. Okay, hopefully y'all will go ahead and, subscribe to my channel. Become a whole JayBird, and you know what I'm saying? Please like the video. Okay, comment in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Also, share the video too. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok of the top, because if you did, you would see I already posted and told y'all I'm gonna be live at 2 p.m. because if you're not following me, you may not have known. Okay, if you re-watching this on the Reel to Play, I ain't know she was gonna be like, I posted it all over. Okay, and I'm here in the same shirt because it was on my chair. Okay, and let's hope and let's pray that everything works out and we can get to it, because I was mad, y'all. I was aggravated with things that was going down with how Keke Palmer was being addressed and that situation or whatever. And then with Sarunas Jackson BabyMama popping out, her 2 cents, having to watch the Omarion interview to see why Apryl was upset. And then today, okay, so again, boom, pow, pow, boom, pow, pow. And then today, boom, pow, and I was like, what is going on? What's up with the peoples? Okay, what is up with the people? Why is everybody acting like it's not summertime? Why y'all outside acting up like it's summertime? Summertime. I'm like, it's fall. Fall is real chill. It's real chill. We not supposed to be out here acting up. Look, do not disturb the fall feelings of calm, chill out. Okay, but everybody around here talking and chucking and jiving. I mean, it's giving me things to discuss with y'all, so that's a good thing because I need content. But I'm just saying, I was like, I just don't know what's going on with people and why they're acting up or whatever. But anyway, happy Saturday. Okay, but hey, yes, please hit the like button. It helps, share me with those who don't know me. Okay, we back yesterday, y'all. I was very aggravated, frustrated, frustrated, aggravated, irritated, all the tateds. Okay, I was all of those. Because I was like, oh yeah, a conversation. I got feelings and da 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 da. And then when I say I was seeing like all of the technical difficulties, y'all StreamYard had an issue in the glitch. My internet had an issue in the glitch. Even when I got on my phone, it was an issue in the glitch. I was like, what in the world? Okay. But we back. Okay. So hi to everyone. Happy Monday. Okay. Also happy Veterans Day. Is it veterans or veterans? I think it's veterans. Sometimes I say veterans, okay? But happy Veterans Day, okay? To anybody who was it today or was it yesterday? I don't know. But happy the day to the peoples, okay? Baby ain't been earth sad 2 months, okay? And ain't had no peace in their life. And peace is abundantly needed as a baby, as a toddler, as a teenager, as an adult, okay? We love peace. At least I love my peace. You know what I'm saying? And when you've been on this earth not but 2 months or whatever, and you ain't seen not near a bit of peace, I mean, that just, it's a lot. It's a lot, okay? But I had a good night's rest because after the live ended and I knocked all this stuff over, I didn't knock nothing over. Okay? I didn't knock my computer over, whatever. I went and got in the bed and I just laid in the bed under the covers in my safe space. And I just laid until I fell asleep and woke up early this morning, okay, and laid a little bit some more at peace, just in silence and peace. I jumped on my Instagram this morning at around 10:30, I think it was, maybe 10:30, whatever, to say hey to the folks, whatever. Say I'm gonna go live, but again, we are here. Yeah. Okay, all the stuff. We off to a good start. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can. I pay really good money for good old in internet. I'm because I look, I pay handsomely for all the internets, all the cables, because I have to watch stuff to get to y'all. Okay. I pay for all the apps. Okay. I pay abundantly, you know, to be sure I can come to y'all with the stuff. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? I just because I had things because I was seeing things on social media and about the Kiki thing, and it was making me a little bit aggravated. Okay, so that's why I said we have to have a full-fledged conversation about the things. Now, look, I still am gonna be sharing things from my IG because when I went to bed, I said I did not want to get on nothing and do nothing. Okay, because everything was I was trying to watch rap stuff, on HBO Max because that's bad. I'm still gonna do my video as well to say what shows are back, what shows we be watching, so we can know what's going on or whatever. But I was trying to watch rap stuff, and even because I have nice size TVs in the rooms. Okay, I rarely watch television on my television. I usually watch it on my computer because I'm using taking notes and working blah blah blah. But I was trying to watch rap stuff, on HBO Max, and even that was lagging. I was like, I can't even watch rap stuff. Oh, but today, as we see, everything is better. Now, let's get to it. Now, y'all know, these topics will be, the last of the last because I had a couple things I wanted to discuss. But as y'all gonna see, I got all kinds of things saved. Okay, I got all kinds of things saved. But let's start with some things, some little random, because you can't start. You can't start at the grand finale. It don't work that way. Okay. But I hope y'all here to have a good time. Get y'all a little snack, okay, a little water. I thought about getting me some liquor, but I said, girl, don't you be drinking this early. and be drunk the rest of the day? No, man, because I have other shows to review. Okay, Mayor Eric Adams, and y'all know who that is, right? Y'all know who Eric Adams is. That's the good old friend. Hey, cousin. Hey, cousin. Girl, I'm singing wrong. Hey, Nay. Hey, Nay. That's my cousin. Hey, cousin. Love you. Okay. But y'all know Eric Adams is the good old friend to Bishop Robbery. Now, we also know Bishop Robbery is already, he has some charges, some federal indictment charges against him. Okay. So to find out that per ABC News, the FBI, the FB, the Federal Bureau of Investigations seized the electronic devices of New York City Mayor Eric Adams as a part of a federal investigation. Okay, the mayor's office confirmed that the seizure took place on Monday. Girl, it is Saturday. Okay, the mayor has denied any wrongdoing. Okay, I have nothing to hide. I am innocent. Leave me alone, okay? Now, per the YBS, it looks like the block is hot. The block is hot. The block is hot. It is. But I feel like Eric Adams' block been hot for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It says he's under investigation for his campaign finances, okay? Federal prosecutors and the FBB and the I are conducting a broad public corruption investigation into whether Mayor Eric Adams' 2021 election campaign conspired with the Turkish government to receive illegal foreign donations, according to a search warrant obtained. I'm like, but did any of that money go to the bishop? Because we still wondering where the bishop got his money from. Okay, so and again, I always, when you are a social, when everybody in your team, when folks surrounding you is getting federally indicted or federally questioned, even though he is innocent until proven guilty. Okay, he is innocent until proven guilty. The question still remains, why is the F, the B, and the I, okay, the I, the R, the S, the alphabet people looking into Mayor Adams, but also they were looking into Bishop Robbery. Now, while we know the Belafonte dude who said that he was trying to be thwarted, that person may not be as truthful in life. Okay, we don't know. However, I was like, why y'all surrounded? What's happening? Okay, what happened? Now again, I didn't do anything. I am innocent. I am an innocent person. On Wednesday, the mayor said he would be shocked if someone on his campaign did something wrong. Meaning, hey, maybe it wasn't me, maybe it was them. Okay, maybe it was the folks who I paid to do things, but that's also something. You have to be careful who you have on your team. Because if you are the head honcho, you the mayor, and you have folks beneath you, can you trust them? Do you ask them where the money come from? Can I see the receipt? Why did it say Turkey? I don't know Turkey. It came from Turkey. Why it come from Turkey? So we don't know what's going on. Okay. However, I'm like, look, whenever anybody surrounding Bishop Robbery gets indicted or gets questions or they're looking into them for some illegal things or whatever, I'm like, because I'm always trying to find out, where does Bishop Robbery money come from? I never know. It's a confuse to me. Okay. We had touched on the Grammy stuff yesterday. Nicki Minaj has her first Grammy nomination attached to Ice Spice for the Barbie song on the Barbie movie. Congrats to her. But the fact that Ice Spice got 4 Grammy nominations, I said 4. 4. I mean, I guess so. Look, I'm hating on. Look, what is for people is for people. Okay, what's for them will be for them. But because this is my thing. Maybe I'm just too old to understand Ice Spice's songs. I don't know, but congrats to Ice Spice. Now, also congrats to Coco Jones, who has 5 Grammy nominations. Now, see, the thing is, I understand Coco Jones because I feel like I like her music. So I may just be jaded because I'm not a Ice Spice person. So I don't know. But Coco Jones, who's out here, 5 Grammy nominations, and she's been hustling for a minute or whatever. So congrats to Coco Jones. She's an actor. She's also a singer. R&B is all up in there, whatever. I'm like, congratulations, confetti. Okay. And that was her and her mama talking, you know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing better than when you are able to bring excitement and joy to your parents because they see that you are successful in what you want to do. They see your talent being realized. Because again, even though some of us may just now be seeing Coco Jones or whatever, Coco Jones been at it for a bit of a minute. You know what I'm saying? So when you finally get some recognition with your fan base, with your support system, and then the Academy wants to at least acknowledge you, it's a great thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes the Academy does not recognize other people who are just as talented, who are just as what's the word? Jeez, my brain's pausing. Who was just as deserving of the recognition, okay? Because I know Victoria Monet. Is it Monet? I think Victoria Monet is also getting a little Grammy nomination. So it's people around here, boom. Haley Bailey. Why I say Haley? Hallie. Y'all know how, girl. Halle Bailey was also nominated for a Grammy, okay? And this is on her own. You know what I'm saying? We know her sister had things. I think this would be her 6th overall, because I think her sister has been nominated for 4 or 5 before. And truthfully, I feel like her song Angel is such an amazing song. Like, when I hear her and I hear that song, it's like I just love hearing talent, pure, raw talent of our young Black women, because sometimes we don't get acknowledged like we should for our talent. So that song is such an amazing song. So congrats to Hallie as well. You know what I'm saying? Great. I'm trying to touch on things so I can get to the main stuff, because I know I'm gonna be talking a much about that. When I seen this days ago, y'all, and I had been trying to get to it, and other stuff kept happening. But why is Azealia Banks roasting Busta Rhymes? I'm like, what did he do? Okay, now this is the thing. When you are saying sorry to one person, okay, and having to say kudos to the next person, you can't be shading them. I'm not. What is wrong with her? Well, why she do that? Okay. Now she put up how I was having a conversation last night and realized that I owe Lizzo a huge apology for popping so much, SHI and the T. Okay. If hip hop will allow a 55 severely overweight Busta Rhymes who exhibits major signs of anabolic steroid abuse, adrenaline gland failure, and constipation, and will also allow him to have a face full of blackheads and acne for what appears to be testosterone shot abuse, all whilst drinking Molly water in 2023 and wearing cartoon like neon yellow fake gold, slick Rick chains, we have absolutely no right to be trying to skewer a young Black woman for anything. I was like, now what in the hell? What did Busta do? I was confused. And this is my thing. I see these kind of comparisons. This is how I compare people. So many people will say, oh my God, Lizzo is so fat. Oh my God, Lizzo should lose weight. Oh my God, Liz, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But I was like, well, we don't see the Black men being told to lose weight. Now, I'm like, honey, first of all, I say stuff like when no one was telling Cedric the Entertainer to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? I said there are many plus size black men who have been fat their whole careers, and nope, in the conversation about them never had anything to do with their weight. So I bring up other older black men who are plus size. Okay, we wasn't telling Heavy D to not be so heavy. Okay, Big Pun, Fat Joe, Big Pun, Fat Joe. No one was like, oh my God, they are so fat. You know what I'm saying? No one did that. But her comparing Lizzo to Busta Rhymes. Now, I am old enough to remember Busta Rhymes when he was a very slender young man. And I will say that when Busta Rhymes started getting real thick, even I was like, he's real big now. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like when Busta Rhymes first started getting swole, the conversation at that point in time was he got real swole, real fast. Man, what you? Because Busta Rhymes didn't get fat. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get fat. Busta Rhymes, girl, Google is your best friend. Google is your best friend. Google is your best friend. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I wanted to show y'all, what Google gonna say. Okay, share my screen. So, Busta Rhymes back in the day was extremely a very tall, slender, man, and he was always that thing. Okay, it was Busta Rhymes and stuff. Okay, and I feel like out the blue, Busta Rhymes got real thick. I need Busta Rhymes in the 2000s. Okay, I need to show y'all, okay, because some of y'all, may this be younger. Some of y'all may not be, the age of me, and I get that. That's okay. All y'all wasn't born in 1982. Now, and then, he was a slender, man, whatever. And then Busta Rhymes just got thick. And it was a weird thing to where when he started, because it wasn't like it wasn't there wasn't any like in between. It was like, oh, Busta Rhymes got a little bit big. Oh, okay, cool. It was like one day, Busta Rhymes was just real skinny. And then he popped out. I'm like, oh, Busta got big. So I will say that when Busta Rhymes initially started getting a little bit beefier, a lot of us was like, his neck got real thick. His neck is so thick. And I remember saying one day to somebody, I said, I like my men thick. I like my men built like football players. I like, I need something to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? And I was like Busta Rhymes, because Busta Rhymes had gotten thick neck and all. Okay. And it was like no explanation. Oh, well, yeah, he just, he bulked up. He ate some lemons and some eggs and some protein. It was like, out the blue, Busta Rhymes had all this muscle, and I was like, okay. The gotcha was that when Busta Rhymes started, because like let's take Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa is a skinny man who picked up a little bit of muscle weights, but his body remained the same, in my opinion. And Busta Rhymes went from skinny Busta Rhymes to a little bit thick Busta Rhymes, and then it seemed like he either stopped working out or he stopped doing whatever he was doing. And his body just changed. But I'm like, but what did that have to do I'm like, what did Busta Rhymes do to Azealia Banks to make her pull him into her apology to Lizzo? She also said these rap ninjas actually look, sound, and smell like Garbage Pail Kids. We really have to be careful who we're trying to hold responsible for being bad influences. Busta truly has been rocking that brown meat with those beauty supply shop Slick Rick chains for the last 8 years. Y'all know that coat stank. I was like, what did Busta do, Azealia? Now, people consistently come for Azealia as well. So I don't know if hurt people is just hurting people, but I'm like, for you to want to say sorry to Lizzo, or just even say, hey, we should not go so hard at people, but why go hard at Busta Rhymes? He ain't did nothing. He ain't did nothing nobody. Except as far as I know, I have not heard of any. I ain't heard of not an accusation against Busta Rhymes. I haven't. You know what I'm saying? But that to me proves Azealia really wasn't even trying to say sorry to Lizzo. She just wanted to go at Busta. And I'm like, girl, let's hope him rap. He shouldn't rap about her. He probably won't, because it ain't no need to. Now, speaking, y'all was saying how Timberlake also was rounding on that thing, and whatever. Now, Timberlake, who they were saying they was upset with that man because he said put a muzzle on Britney, even though he was joking and blah 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 bloop. Okay, he was on the little live thing and he quickly said like a little I'm sorry. Let me see.
I apologize to the Britney fans, and her, and yes, about respecting women. Hell yeah.
Now, because he went live and said this, and because most folks don't say they lies, I can't go back and find his full statement because I can't, you know what I'm saying? But that little bit, I want to say sorry to Britney's fan, hell yeah, respect the women. When I first discussed him saying put a muzzle on Britney, I said, look, what he said was kitchen table talk. What he said was a figure of speech that you usually use around folks in a joking way. You do not use that in an interview, a group session around a whole bunch of people who you don't know, because it ain't gonna come off right, okay? And that's the difference in you a little bit joking with your peoples, and you talking to the world about a situation that's public, okay? And you trying to make fun of it or make it be a ha ha, and it don't work, okay? And Timberland needs to sit down and make some beats and leave the jokes to the comedians. I also feel like it could have been a better I'm sorry, so sorry, because it's like, you know what, there's something about when a person apologizes and they fully explain what happened that I prefer. Hey, I was caught off guard. It was in the moment. I thought I was being funny. I was not trying to be disrespectful. It's a figure of speech I've used before with friends, and I just should have realized that this was not a joking matter. Because everyone has the right to tell their story. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way that you can apologize and make it clear that you weren't even trying to be mean and rude and disrespectful and demeaning and demoralizing to anybody, okay? Because sometimes somebody should not have to bring up in a live you doing, hey, you don't want to apologize? Oh yeah. I'm sorry, Brittany. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should just apologize in general if you felt like you did something wrong. Now, if you don't think you did nothing wrong, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? If you just feel like it was an accidental joke that should not have been told. Wouldn't say that. But the little quick, oh yeah, I'm sorry, for sure. Sir, shut up. Okay. But some people will not rock with him going forward, and some folk will. It either will or will not be a deal of the big. Okay. I saw this and I said, "What is?" I said, "Why do you keep going? Leave people alone." This is my thing. I saw this again days ago, and it says Kim's husband Croy ordered to leave the Rolls Royce with law enforcement after ghosting manufacturer and failing to respond to repossession lawsuit. I was like, if he's not responding to the people he owe, if he's not responding to the manufacturer, if he not paying the bill, what makes y'all feel like he gonna now listen and take the car to the police? I was like, he ain't listening to y'all. He's ignoring y'all. Okay, if he's ignoring y'all and all that, why we gonna listen for now? If he was a listening person, the bill would have been paid, or he would have gave it back a long time ago. So I'm like, would y'all please stop posting stories on Cam, Croy, and their crookedness? Because it's getting old. They owe a lot of money. Okay, a lot of folk have debt. I'm not saying that people who have debt should not be discussed, because I'm like, people have debt. Okay, I think the difference with this is one thing to have. I feel like anybody in life can have $50,000 or less of debt, and it does not mean they're like bad with money. It just means they have some things and they paying things off. Because if you have that much debt, as long as you keeping your payments up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Kim and Croy around here with hundreds of thousands of dollars, they're probably $1 million of debt, because they not paying nothing. And they round here living high off the hog, acting like a rich white folk, and they really poor white trash. And that's the issue I have when people keep bringing up Kim and Croy finances, because I'm like, they not paying no bills. None. I'm like, when they get evicted, I don't know who gonna be around here. Who gonna want to rent to somebody who could not pay their bills. They are publicly known as not paying bills. So who would even want to rent to them? Okay. So for me, I'm looking like, again, I don't have any issue with people who have debt. A lot of people have debt. But most people, even some rich people, have debt that they're paying off. Okay. You have some rich folk who don't have no debt. They're good, whatever. But you have other people who do have money they owe to people, but they're paying on it. Even if they're paying for the rest of their life, they're able to pay their bills off and still live a life and still, I don't know, go to the malls or go whatever. But Kim and Croy was round here acting rich, and was poor. And they probably been poor for a long time, because they child, but the car gonna be there. Kim has said on camera, how Kanye, houses, apartment, real regular. He ain't got no security. What? Now, Kanye's wife, Bianca, said, this happened. She around here, it was tacky. So it accurately claimed we don't have no security. Okay. That puts everybody in jeopardy. Now, first I said, hmm. Now, this is all per source. Okay, per source, that Bianca thinks it was tacky of Kim to divulge this information on the show, and it was not really true. It puts the kids in jeopardy, because if the public feel like, oh, when the kids with Kanye, we can get to them a little bit easier. Okay, because Kim made it seem like Kanye doesn't have the same sense of security and this, that, or the other. Okay. And I'm like, I can agree. I feel like, now the one part where they say allegedly that she say, she just wants Kim to stop talking about her husband in a negative way to try to make herself look good. I was like, first of all, Kim and Kanye were married. And Kim will forever have conversations around her marriage and her divorce because she wants people to feel sorry for her for having to be married to Kanye West. Because even though before they got married, we love Kanye. Okay. And then as they got together and as time turned, we stopped liking him a little bit. Okay. But it makes her seem like, oh, this poor Kim. She's at home with the 4 kids. Kanye's off somewhere lived and loving life, whatever his less responsibilities, and it's just me, and his kids. So I think she will always have some kind of conversation about Kanye. But I do feel like, hey, let's not discuss Kanye's home life because you don't live there. As long as Kanye don't be around here speaking on Kim's home life. If both Kim and Kanye can keep their home life a secret, or not a secret, but keep it out, keep not discuss it, I would see that. But I do feel like the wife saying what she said can put us in danger. Because, bitch, they can come and try to kill me. And because Kim, was in that robbery, over there a long time ago, but it was a couple years ago. Over there in Paris, you like don't tell folk what we don't have and do have. Leave us be, bitch. If you don't want to be a part of this, then don't be a part of this. But leave me alone. Okay, leave me alone, bitch. Anyway, y'all know that Ari said she married to that man. Now, I still only know Ari Fletcher because her baby daddy is somebody else who I don't know. I know Moneybagg Yo is an artist and they've been dating, but she was around there showing her buttocks. Okay, showing her buttocks. And somebody replied and said, I love Ari, but the man not gonna marry a woman who posts her body all over the internet. So I was like, lies you tell. Okay. And then she responded back and said, I've been married for 2 years. Now we don't know if that is common law marriage, if that is we go together married, if that is by the law married, I'm not sure. But Ari, Ari is one of the baby mamas of G Herbo, who used to be fussing with G Herbo's other girl, baby mama girl. She's in a relationship with the Moneybagg Yo dude. And if y'all been married for 2 years, why say it? I feel like, anybody saying men won't marry a woman who posts her body, first of all, they sound stupid. Because men marry women who be naked on IG all the time. Men be wanting all the girls who be the IG models, the Playboy models, the porn star models, or whatever. So I'm like, I would not even dignify that with an answer. But she came, I've been married for 2 years. Okay, my love, have fun. Okay, I hope it lasts. But I was like, again, we don't know if she means, because sometimes we go together real bad. And sometimes it's a common law, and it can't be common law because they ain't been together that long. But I was like, I don't, show me the license. Show me the license. Okay. On Love and Hip Hop, was it Atlanta? No, Love and Hip Hop New York. When Tara, Amina, and Petey Guns happened, and Tara and Amina was talking, and Amina said, he gave me his last name. And ain't no faking that. When Tara was sitting there and Amina put her license on the table, like, bitch, look at my name. I am Mrs. Panky, and you were just a baby mama. That's how you let somebody know that you around here and you somebody's wife. People use married, I've been married for 2 years. Okay. That's fine. But I mean, we shall see. Okay, Moneybagg Yo ain't said shit. I ain't gonna say shit. Okay, moving on. People, look, y'all. Do y'all remember Jadena, who had the song "I'm a Classic"? Man, remember him? His album, was it 85? I think it was called 85 to Africa. Some freeway to Africa. I don't remember which freeway. But Jadena. Okay, I am musically. Musically, I am such a fan of his music. Okay, I can blast his music. Susie Weimer. Anyway, I am such a Jadena fan. Okay, Jadena kind of just fell off the face of the earth. And at first I thought, okay, he round here and he just making some more music, you know. But I said, I guess not. Okay. He has something coming out, and he was discussing, how he has manipulated people and been toxic. Listen up.
Robbed some women of their baby making years, dragging them along. They built me up. Look at me now. And look at them. If you are creative, I folded you into my artwork. If you were in my artwork, I gave you a job. I gave you a job. I mastered your life. I gave you a house, food, everything you need. I protected and provided for you. I did what men are supposed to do.
I said, first of all, you sound controlling. And this be the thing. This be the thing where we are fans of these artists who usually give us music. And giving us music sometimes isn't really giving us your thought process, how you think in life, your opinions on things. Is you rhyming some words together with a good ass beat. So sometimes when we are loving these artists and their music and all that stuff, we don't really know them. And he was around here. I said, what is you Jadena? What now? I'm a probably listen to his album later on today. Well, I do some things, okay? But I'm like, for him to admit I robbed some women of their baby making years, meaning I was stringing them along, knowing I really didn't have no intent in being with them. Okay. Even him saying, if you were an artist, if you were or whatever, I would bring you into my world to basically use you for what you have to help me be who I am. Let me use you for your artwork, for my my album cover. And I'm paraphrasing, okay? But him just admitting how he was a wrecking havoc.
I remember different quotes I said, like just like really manipulative things to say, like, no one's gonna love you the way I do. My God, I'm ashamed of it. And that's what makes me angry when I see my brothers do that. We can't do that to the women that have done so much for us to even exist. And I saw myself for the first time. All the things I'm saying now, woo, horror. Bit by bit, I stripped myself of my former self. And I swore that the next relationship that I would get in, I would work as hard at love as I worked in my career. I
said, now, first of all, I feel like at some point, Jadena, he was like changing. I'm like, he's not making no music, and he will pop out a little bit here and there or whatever. But to me, he kind of popped off of the scene for a good, like, I don't remember seeing him at all during the pandemic. It's about a good 2 years he went off and sat down some damn where. And to me, it could mean two or three things. Okay. One, it can mean because he had to sit down for a while and realize I'm a fucked up person. And I've been doing some fucked up things. So it could mean that because of the time he had to sit with himself, he realized I need to change. Now, we don't see the change yet. Okay. Or it means somebody broke my heart because I broke theirs and now I have to. I don't know. But this is the fact that I'm like, damn it, Jadena. To admit how toxic you've been in your relationships, whether that be in sexual relationships, in business relationships, in friendships or whatever, to be able to acknowledge how bad you was and how you need to change, to me is enlightening. And I'm going to compare it to when we saw Jeezy talking to Neil Long. And when Jeezy talked to me along, I never heard him like admit to realizing why he changed or why he did things. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I felt like when Jeezy was talking, he was just saying, "Well, I'm good." You know what I'm saying? I realized that. Like I didn't hear Jeezy talk about, admit, or acknowledge his parts in anything. It was more like, well, I've done my part. I need others to do theirs. Like you're pushing the blame that things did not work out because somebody else didn't do what you wanted them to do because of how you do things. And in this little bit of a clip with Jadena, I do feel like he's saying, this is the bad person I was. This is what I was doing. This is the BS I was saying to people that I did not know at the time was toxic, was mean, was wasteful, manipulative. And now I can admit I did these things. I did these things. I said these things. I manipulated these situations. And I now know I need to do different. And when I was talking about Jeezy the other day, I was like, I was hoping people would understand me not trying to say Jesus is a liar. I wasn't saying he was a liar. I was saying he just wasn't being as honest. You know what I'm saying? A part of growth is admittance. A part of growth and growing and being different is acknowledging what your bad traits were. Because if you telling me you changed from what? What did you change from? You know what I'm saying? So what I appreciated in this little bit of things of him and his toxicness and what he's admitting to is he's at least admitting this is what I was doing. This is how I did it. This is what I said. And I can't wait to see the full thing of what he did for him to say what has he changed. Because if we didn't know that he was being toxic, we don't know what he's doing differently. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see what Jadena has for us later. I hope it's something better because I ain't got to don't be fucking up the music, Jadena. Don't, because I like the music. I like them. I like that. But let's get into the things that we was here to get into. But first and foremost, y'all take a little second and like the video. Like the video during our dance break. That will always be funny to me. Okay, let's start with Omarion, Apryl, and Jason Lee. So Omarion did an interview. Oh, first of all, Jason Lee is interviewing people. He did Blueface and a girl who they call Thuy. He did Chrisean. He's just interviewing folk over and over and over. And he recently had, and it was a 2-hour interview with Omarion. Not no tea, no shade. No tea, no shade. I feel like a 2-hour interview is too long. I feel like a good interview, like, and if it's 2 hours, it should be 2 hours of actual conversation with the interviewee. Okay. Jason Lee's interviews sometimes are longer because he inputs so much of himself, his opinion, and his life stuff. Like if he likes to boast about himself in his interviews. And sometimes it aggravates me. Now I can admit I did not watch the full 2 hours because I just did not have the time. And I wanted to kind of stick to the conversation that I was trying to see what pissed Apryl off, because Apryl went live. Apryl went live. It was caught, live. I think live bites or live bits. I mean, there was had caught a bit of Apryl. Now, again, I always say when these people be around here going live and responding to people and then they delete their live, I'm like, man, this is my thing. Don't go live and try to air somebody out if you're not willing to air them out and leave it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna go live and air somebody out, leave it up. Because hey, bitch, I said what I said. Okay? Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Now, unless it's some kind of issue, unless your titty popped out, unless something happened that can't be on the live, then I can't take it down. You can't have a titty on live, okay? But if you just said what you said, leave it up so we can all hear it. Because to me, taking the live down, you being pussy. And I know some folk they want to curate their IG pages or whatever and have a certain look. Well, then don't go live on IG. Anyway, because I said what I said on any given day. Okay. But I wanted to hear what he said, because in the comment section of it, you know what I'm saying? In the comment section right there, folk like, what? Why she mad? He ain't said much. Why she mad? What happened? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck y'all talking about? So I found, as I listened to the interview, I listened to a bit of, I found about 5 good minutes, which I feel like could have been what Apryl was replying to. Okay, so let's hear this little bit. We're gonna a little watch along. Okay, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's a fair use. Okay, but let's watch.
Me since my first blog, low key messy.
So the fact, Omarion knew me from my first blog.
Key messy. Let's be very clear. Okay, I thought I had the shade room idea. Low key messy was the shade room. It'd be kind of shady, low key messy, but not too messy. It was some stupid shit. It was.
It's the same thing now. First of all, Hollywood Unlocked, which is Jason Lee's blog, it's just as messy and shady as the Shade Room.
It was low-key messy at the time. And as Hollywood Unlocked started getting foot, because low-key messy didn't go nowhere. That went away. Mm-hmm. But once I grew legs, it's sort of like when you have your first hit single and we got something. And right. then you just keep feeding them and it just keep, and then all of a sudden. So once
again, the reason it's 2 hours is because Jason Lee talks a lot like me.
Hit Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored, that podcast with me and my original co-host, it grew its legs. So we just kept feeding it. And then we had changes. And so we had a void that I needed a female. I was doing Wildin' Out at the time in Atlanta. We needed a female, and we would have a female co-host, different people fill in. And Apryl was somebody who I thought was like, oh, she gave it a couple.
So as soon as he said Apryl, now if you remember when he had the podcast show, Apryl, who was Omarion's BabyMama, she was a co-host on that show. Oh, right. I would not do this on an interview. Not at all. I like to let them talk and you just follow up with a question. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put I talk here because this is a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But once he brought up Apryl as the co-host on the show, I said this is going to be messy. Because when she left, it got a bit messy.
Episodes, let's add her to the show. Right. I want to first make it very clear. It wasn't in any way, it had nothing to do with you. Right. It had nothing to do with anything. I think then the platform started being used to talk about your relationship with her. Right.
So this is my thing, okay? So now Jason around here accusing, and this is why I say I think this is a reason why, not the reason, but a reason. Hear me now. This is a reason that Apryl was possibly upset, because why are you interviewing my baby daddy, then bringing up your old podcast that I was a host on? Okay. Then saying to him, well, I didn't have her on. Like, having her on had nothing to do with you. First of all, it did, because nobody knew who Apryl was until she became the girlfriend, the baby mama of Omarion. So you for sure had her on because of why her connection and the drama with Omarion. So please miss me with the BS. But then him saying, and I feel like once she got on the show, it was being used, to talk about y'all shit. But did you ever stop her? That's the gotcha. If you feel like someone is using your show to, hate on or explode or exploit their baby daddy, you didn't try to stop it. No, you enjoyed it because it gave your show some credibility and some gossip and some foolishness. So again, in my opinion, Jason trying to throw Apryl under the bus while talking to Omarion now, but was he doing that back then?
And we weren't connected at the time, so I want to be very clear about that. Yeah.
Right. So let me be clear. I didn't really know Omarion then, so I didn't care. I didn't care back then. I didn't know Omarion. So having his baby mama on my show and talk about him on my show, like it ain't my fault because I didn't know him then. But I know him now. So now let me change the narrative.
Yeah. What I also built that show around was about being very real and transparent. Mm-hmm. And at the time, these are my own opinions, my own words. I've said this many times. My audience already knows. She wasn't being real and transparent. Yeah.
And my thing is, well, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China, in Africa, in Europe, okay, in Zimbabwe? If Apryl was on that show years ago, because that was when her and Omarion first broke up. They then broke up and now they're back cool. They're not dating, but they cool at co-parenting. So why now try to bring Omarion on your interview stage on the Jason Lee show and then shade Apryl? And this is the gotcha why Omarion ain't shit. Because if you and Apryl share two children and y'all are on good terms now, you should never allow somebody to use you to go at your baby mama. Because if you so unbothered and y'all move past that, you should say, we wasn't, things was kind of rocky back then or whatever I'm saying, but we good now, so it's cool. But no, to me, Omarion allowed Jason to have these opinions on Apryl. Why? Because it makes Omarion look better. So, this is how when people say people will do things and then they will use other folks to come at you and you don't have to say shit, throwing rocks, had your hands, because I'm like, why is this coming up now?
Yeah. You guys were co-parenting through an app. Yeah. That communication through the app was a very interesting thing because
why are you allowing Jason Lee to discuss the relationship and the way you and Apryl co-parented? Like, Jason shouldn't know any of this, and even if he do, this is not something, in my opinion, that should be brought up all these years later on a damn interview. How I co-parented with my baby mama 5-6 years ago, what's the point of it coming up now? My kids and my co-parenting situation should not be a conversation now, because me and Apryl, we cool, we co-parenting, is fine now. However, Omarion sat up here and participated in the bullshit.
Because I would look at the communication, and you were advocating at the time for your kids to not be on social media.
So, you see the smile right there? You see the smile right there? This is the gotcha. What that means is, back then, Apryl thought she was cool with Jason. And Jason loves getting information. Why? Because he's a blogger. And that means because either Apryl or Omarion, I'm taking forth as Apryl because as he said, he did not know Omarion back then. So what that means is back then, Apryl was foolish enough to believe she was cool with Jason. And because her and Omarion was going through the debacles of co-parenting with each other, and she was showing Jason, like, see, he trying to prevent me from working with the kids. He wants to prevent me from being on TV with my kids, blah, 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 blah. Because to me, that's what it was. Because and the fact that Jason Lee has held on to this information and gonna blop it right down right here while Omarion's on here and Omarion up here smirking.
Right. You were really, it was a really big deal to you for your kids to not be on social media. Why?
I think just because, you know, the innocence of a child, you know what I
The innocence of a child.
mean? Like, of course, the internet is another, I guess, world in its own. But I definitely wanted to, you know, just keep my children as sacred as possible for as long as possible.
However, you were on a reality show. This be the gotcha for me. How celebrities want to pick and choose when to use their children for money. Let's not forget as well, I have seen Omarion on social media with his children. I've seen Apryl on social media with her children. You know what I'm saying? With their children. I'm like, I've seen both of them on social media with their kids. I've seen them together. I've seen them separately, both ways. But I feel like you brought yourself on to Love and Hip Hop, even though in one part of the interview he said that he said, I went on Love and Hip Hop because at that point in time, I did not have any promotion for the song Gots to Be. And he did the show hoping to get promotion for himself as an artist and the song, blah, 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 blah. Cool, fine. However, you were on a reality show. Apryl was pregnant. Y'all gave birth on the show. Okay. Y'all had 2 children. Okay. Y'all were on a reality show. So for him to come out and say, you know, kids is innocent. Sir, miss me with the bullshit. Okay. Now, I'm not saying people and parents don't have the right to say, you know, I don't want the world to see my kids. But usually that ain't the parents who birth the fucking kids on a reality show. And then to try to make it seem to me, it's just like, okay, Apryl wants the kids on the show and I want to protect them. But you want that because you now don't want to be on the show because no one took you serious on the show. And now you want to control what she does on the show. My opinion.
I think that was the reason why. You know what I mean? And also, I felt like, you know, I definitely was, you know, being used, not just by, you know, certain people, but even certain businesses. You know, they would kind of be interested in certain people based off of, you know,
The former relationship they had.
yeah, the previous relationship that they had with me, and I didn't like that, and I didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to definitely protect my kids from that.
Because the one thing I will say in your boundary setting, like you cut me off, when you were done with her and done with that, you were done.
Oh yeah, that's how I am. When I'm done,
No.
oh, I'm done.
You are the definition.
No, for real. No, when I'm
you
like,
are the definition of cut off, I'm out.
no, for real.
Now you guys were still communicating regularly, like every day.
Yeah.
Through the app for the kids.
Yeah.
But I
And there are a lot of people who co-parent who use this like parenting app. That's how they're able to talk back and forth and to be about the kids. But I mean, even him saying, you know, people have used me and who do we know? The only person we know who we did not know before they got with him is Apryl. I don't recall anybody else who was with, because we haven't even seen him with anybody. So there's nobody else that he can say, well, you know, people would like to work with people and do this and that and blah, 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 because of their relationship with me. I'm like, sir, who? So that's, again, in my opinion, him kind of tossing shots at Apryl, in my opinion. because y'all are talking about Apryl. Y'all are talking about why you did not want the kids on the thing. So to say, well, because there are times when people only want to work with somebody because of their former relationship and connection to me. And this is them saying things while him and her cool. And look, even if he's alluding to the group, I was like, Negro, y'all were B2K. Omarion did not start out as a solo artist. He was not a solo artist who joined the group, or he was a solo artist and somebody his backup singers. No, y'all were B2K. And at the end of the day, all of y'all are separate entities once y'all broke apart. I don't feel like anybody can get attention based on him at all. Because the only person who nobody knew beforehand was Apryl. When the show came on and Lil Fizz and we knew that from B2K. We know all four of them. The reason that we know Moniece is because she is the baby mama of Lil Fizz of B2K. How do we know Omarion? Because Omarion is in B2K. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, sir, cut it out.
I also felt from now taking a step out of it all, looking at it, there was also lots of control happening through that communication with the kids, with you. You don't even have to acknowledge it. If you want to, you can, but that's what I saw.
But what do you mean? What do you mean?
Meaning like,
oh yeah, explain a little bit more. Mm-hmm.
If she was mad at you, she would communicate with you through that app, but it would be about the kids, but it would be in a way to control visitation or this or that.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the shaking of the head, yeah. Okay.
If you don't say anything publicly, but she had the platform to talk. And then I just didn't understand why you never said anything.
Right.
Like, why were you is it because you had kids? Is it because that's just not the type of person you are?
Yeah, no, I think it really was hinged on the simple fact that we have kids together. You know what I mean? There's probably nothing closer. You know what I'm saying? And at one point in time, that was the protector of that. You know what I'm saying? So for me,
in terms of the relationship,
yeah, I mean
the family,
all of that.
The image,
yeah, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely someone that had a wealth of knowledge and experience in this space. You know what I'm saying? So it would behoove you to listen, you know what I mean? To take heed to some of my experiences, not telling nobody what to do. But, when you have somebody that, has experience, you want to listen, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would say, she was probably in the most powerful position in my life as far as, being able to control anything when it came to my emotions, and really, I got to thank Apryl because she inspired that book, She inspired me to become unbothered.
Child. This be the definition of we cool and now you around here saying I basically manipulated you and I use our kids to get at you. I feel like Apryl and Omarion is one situation. I feel like Apryl and Fizz is another situation. I feel like Apryl as a mom should be a third situation. I feel like anytime anybody tries to combine it all is bullshit because we ain't gonna act like dudes don't be around here sharing friends and dating friends and blah, 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 blah. But when you try to say that I was using our children to manipulate you and that you had to find a way to build yourself up to not be bothered because she gonna try to bother me. So I have to not care. She forced me to not care because of how much she would try to use the kids to get at me. It's crazy to me. Mainly because, as well as he said later on in this interview, how him and Apryl cool now. You know what I'm saying? They co-parenting well now. And this is a thing where I feel like when one person paints a picture of being innocent and being used, but not making it seem like he wasn't just as messy as she was. Confuses me. And when you allow other people like Jason Lee to bring up your past situations when both of y'all were at odds, it's crazy to me because that just all that does is causes more bullshit.
Because, you know, what I realize and what I recognize is that, you know, being a man, you know, things are not always going to go your way. Or let's just say being a human. Being a human, things are not always going to go your way. So are you going to bitch about it? You know what I'm saying? Or are you going to do something else? And Apryl brought me into that awareness. You know what I'm saying? Of, I'm about, okay, no, you know what? Let me do this over. I'm about, no, you know what? Let me go. You know what I'm saying? She really challenged me, you know what I mean? And it helped me.
She challenged the levels of unbotheredness?
Yeah, I think that she challenged just my emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not, you know, I should act on, you know, or react, you know, to someone's ill intent. You know what I mean?
Now we know that is him discussing her and Lil Fizz. Now I'm not for, because when she got with Fizz, I was like, bitch, what are you doing? That's his baby. I can't believe that. So I think again that is separate things because we not gonna act like Omarion is this perfect innocent person. I think even how they discuss them breaking up and how she felt like he just, you know, didn't want to be with her no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's messy.
And, you know, it's something powerful, you know, when you don't even allow your, you know, what would be your proverbial enemy bother you. You know, that's a big battle statement. You don't even bother me. You know what I'm saying?
Was there ever times when you all were in it and going back and forth or whatever that was, and even having to drop kids off and stuff, was there ever a point where you were bothered?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know what I mean? There was a lot of things that I saw that, you know, weren't positive, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, time really did a number on us, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we really back into a respectful place. And I'm so happy because it's super beneficial to my kids. I would say it's really because of them too. You know, my son and my daughter just wanting us to be in the same space. You know, my son bringing up old memories about, you know, when me and his mom were hanging out together and I may, you know, my daughter not know those memories. Like, well, what's up with that? You know, my kids are very inquisitive, you know what I'm saying?
And full of personality.
Yeah, and they smart. So they could peep like, oh, moms ain't, that, you know what I mean? And then my son started to, you know, act out in school. And he would do certain things that would force us to have to come together and, you know, deal with things. So.
Omarion, you let Jason Lee get you on this internet to dog shadily, okay, discuss your baby mama. Now, Apryl, after that, you know, she came out and she had this to say. Oh, wait, sound.
Y'all be sitting here looking at people like, well, this is his, and he's a great person. You don't fucking know that person. You ain't fuck him. You ain't sleep. You ain't like, stop. If a man or a woman does not want to be exposed, then start being good to the people that you are with. Why would you think that a person that you treated like utter shit is supposed to protect you?
Now I'm like, is she talking about Omarion or Jason Lee? I also feel like Apryl's the one mistake that Apryl made is she did something publicly that people will always be able to drag her for. You know what I'm saying? Dating Fizz will always make people feel like you are the worst POS because you dated that man's bandmate. You know what I'm saying? And that was her biggest mistake because whatever Omarion did to you behind closed doors, we didn't see it. We don't know what he did to make you want to go and date his friend. Well, they did not his bandmate. You know what I'm saying? We don't see that. So I think that's her problem. She wants to always defend herself, but you publicly did something that nobody's going to defend because we don't know what will make you want to do that. I'm just saying. Because I'm like, girl, what? Girl, why?
But that is what we do. I refuse to do it anymore. I am 36. I'm about to turn 37. And I won't do it anymore. If you're a piece of shit, you are definitely a piece of shit. and I won't sit here and try to cover and let's meet in a room and put me on the interview, Jason Lee. I hope you guys put that on. Put me in an interview room and say, hey, how do you feel? How do you feel? Give it a fair shot.
Now, that part I agree with, because to me, Jason tried to air out Apryl to Omarion when whatever happened between Jason and Apryl was at a point in time when Omarion and Jason did not even know each other. So that's why I said that whole conversation should have never came up in the interview. Period.
Give it a fair shot, because it hasn't been fair to me to hear my name constantly over and over and over and over again. I haven't been able to tell my side. I have literally shut the fuck up. I have taken care of my kids. I have been quiet, but y'all got me. You have got me. Call me what you want to call me. Homie, hopper, sex addict. I'll take it. Don't really give a fuck. Don't care. But I bet you won't put me in the same room. And that's what I'm talking about. This is the year of accountability. This is the year of facts. This is the year of not victimization. This is the year of throwing out narcissists.
So my thing is, okay, again, Apryl messing around with Fizz. We putting that on. That's on a little. It's right here. It's right beyond what you can see. We know it's like, y'all know my hand. Y'all know it, but you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? So that's right here. It's right here. I feel like her point is, y'all are pissed off at me because I stayed quiet. Well, that's your fault. I feel like once you started messing around with your baby's bandmate, like, it's gonna be a bad look. It's gonna be a bad look. However, you also need to come and say why you did it. What happened between you and Omarion that made you feel like that was the thing to do? What happened? What happened? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a Apryl basher at all. Because we not gonna act like dudes don't be fucking the same chicks and don't nobody bat an eyelash. We ain't gonna act like dudes don't be, you know what I'm saying, going from what we ain't gonna act like that. We not gonna shame Apryl for doing something that, as far as we know, the dudes in B2K had already done. They said that Jay Boog liked Jennifer Freeman and wanted to give Jennifer Freeman, and Omarion did it anyway. All I'm saying is, she ain't the worst person in the world. I also feel like, if she's 36, how old is them kids? Did this happen in the 20s? Did this happen in the 20s? Because y'all know, I always say, the mistakes you make in your 20s should never be on camera. Because people in their late teens, early 20s, if you've lived life, you live life. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's easier for folks to judge people because their life is not the one under the microscope. And it's easier for some people to judge people behind the guise of social media, behind the guise of they face not being out there, behind the guise of ain't nobody seen nothing in their own life. Some of y'all done fuck friends or know somebody who fuck friends. Your best friend fucked a friend and y'all don't judge them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, you will never catch me being so judgmental over little itty bitty things. It's one thing if somebody has a habit and they are a habitual line crosser. But y'all need to stop judging people. Because let's just this isn't thing. This isn't thing. If a camera crew follow you, your sister, your best friend, your mama, your daddy, your grandma, granddaddy was around here fucking the neighbors. Think about the drama that our grandparents and great grandparents went through without no cameras. Again, we should not be judging Apryl as if she is ran through and she banged all of Omarion friends. She abandoned the kids. She shaved her head and burnt the hair and then served it to the kids and blah, 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 blah. And for all we know, when I've seen Omarion, I have never seen Omarion or Apryl bash each other as parents. I've seen them bash each other as boyfriend, girlfriend, baby mama, baby daddy. Come on now, jumping back in the 40s. Jumping back in the 40s, you know what I'm saying? Because, and I'm not saying all folk, but some folk, y'all in these comment sections on, and I mean, because the comment section that was on IG, and even some of y'all here, it be judging people like you don't know people like Apryl, but you hang out and you cool with. That girl fucked one friend, now she can't be forgiven. She's a horrible person. Man, please. Usher and R. Kelly had a song called Same Girl that we loved. Same girl, same girl. You know what I'm saying? They did the same shit. Okay. And we have seen men in this industry pass people around. Yes, come on now. Keely admitted that she got with all three. Keely admitted that back in the day she was with Boog, Fizz, and Raspy. So them three men shared one girl. Y'all pissed at them for sharing one girl? For passing her around? No, but y'all pissed because Apryl said when her and Omarion broke up, she made me tap that, which I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not defending her, you know, like that, but I'm saying, man, look, let that lady tell y'all her side. And my issue with all of this is Jason Lee was around here using Apryl and what they went through when she was on his podcast, and then brought it up to Omarion, and then Omarion sat up there and used that same information to make it seem like Apryl was around here using them kids to get at him. And we don't know that. We do not know if that's true. And the issue I have with that is, if y'all cool today, why bring that shit up? Look, I always say, when you have moved past the bad of the past, leave that shit in the past. Again, when you have moved past the bullshit of the past, leave it in the past, and do not allow anybody to bring it back up to, because now Apryl pissed. And when your baby mama, who you say has all the control with your children, gets pissed, why put that even out in the atmosphere? If your kids want y'all to be cool and around each other, let the fact, boom, kid, he is a gaslighter. Because you can't say y'all cool now. Our kids want us to be cool. The kids like being able to be around all of us. And then you get on a social media interview and then basically call her a bad mom who manipulates, who use her kids to get at you. Why say that in 2023? Even if that happened back in 2016 or whenever that was, 2018, whatever, 2019, whatever. Okay, what could be 2019? How old them kids? How old? Hey Google, how old? All right, how old is Omarion's kids? Okay, wait a minute. Omarion kids. Let's see. Omarion had 2 kids born in 2014 and 2016. Again, so if back in 2016, if 7 years ago, if something happened, because the youngest child was born in 2016, and when the daughter was born, they wasn't even together. So if back in 2017, let's say if 6 years ago, you and your daughter mama, your kid's mama was at odds, why are you bringing it up in 2023 if y'all have gotten past all that? Because then she pissed. And now y'all fussing. And who suffers? The kids. So if he's unbothered, if he don't care, if he's moved past it, cool. If Apryl at one point was pissed off at him and said, hey, yeah, I'm gonna say you can't see the kids, whatever happened between them as co-parents or whatever, if you've moved past that for the betterment of your children, somebody who's truly unbothered would not allow somebody else to bring that up in an interview for you to help elaborate on it to make her look bad.
If you are going to protect one, protect the other. Women have got to be protected. Y'all over here protecting these men who are not all.
Apryl, you protecting them too?
Not all. See, I just full of but women have had to have endured. And I have been one of those multiple times. Y'all see me with certain people, y'all like, ooh, fuck that. I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't what it appears. I'm going to be honest with you. It is not what it seems like. I'm going to tell you the truth. People are walking around lying and deceiving and manipulating and egotistical. Stop with
shit. Stop with the shit. Y'all heard Diva, like the damn video. Like the video. I just want people to see how it's not always the woman's fault. I want people to see there are 2 sides to a story. And I want people to see and pay attention to what people think you're not even paying attention to. Nobody thought to say, well, why did Jason Lee bring up the stuff with Apryl, from 6-7 years ago? Why would Jason Lee bring it up and then say, hey, wow, this all happened? I didn't even know you. I was cool with Apryl. I didn't even know you. Why bring that up now? And then Omarion is up and smiling because he know, okay, this kind of airs out Apryl. Then he gonna say, well, the kids want us to be cool. The kids like us to be, like us to be a family and be able to spend time with both of us. I don't want to spend time with you if you're gonna be on an interview telling people that I manipulated you using our kids. Really? I said, bitch, what? What? And so, in my opinion, she was more pissed off. Apryl was more pissed to me at Jason for bringing it up, and then Omarion for kind of co-signing it. And it's like her point was, don't try to just protect one person, because that interview and that conversation was protecting Omarion. It was making it seem as if he didn't do anything, and because people can always bring up, well, she dated Lil Fizz, so that makes her the bad person. Because people love making women out to be the villain, even if both people are the villains. There can be 2 villains in the story, and sometimes I'm the villain of our story because I'm having to defend myself from your villain ass. So we both some villains. You know what I'm saying? So, child, is this Omarion? Anyway, come on now. Yes. if he really respected her, he would have protected her during that interview. Because truth be told, nothing about the kids should have or needed to come up. There's enough to discuss about Apryl as a person, as her own singular person, to be discussed without bringing up her as kids. Period. If he truly wanted to protect his children and the integrity of the kids being used on social media or in the news, in the blogs, why allow Jason Lee to bring up your kids and your co-parenting relationship with Apryl from 7-8 years ago? For what? For what? But again, because Apryl banged around with Lil Fizz, people will always treat her like she don't matter. People will always treat her like the villain. And no one will see the villain sometimes is the person asking the questions. I'm just saying. Jason Lee is a villain. He may be friends with people in the industry. Jason Lee is the villain because Jason Lee is a person who will use the information he has to spin a narrative to make somebody be the villain. And again, I'm going to say it one last time, because she messed with Fizz. If Apryl did not mess with Fizz, nobody will be saying, oh, it's cool to bring up the kids. And no one will be saying that. No one. No one at all. But because she did that, that will always be the go-to. But she fucked Fizz. She got with Fizz. Fizz. But do we ever ask, why did they break up? Why did they break up? Do we know why? Was it April's fault? Did Apryl do it? Was it Apryl and Fizz? That's what it was? Okay. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, let's get to... I'm like, do I want to do Chrisean Rock or do I want to do Keke? I'm gonna get to Chrisean Rock because I can read her and then we'll have a conversation about Keke. But y'all know, like the video, please. And we're back. Okay, child. Now, we woke up today and it was a bunch of foolishness. Okay, with Chrisean. It was a bunch of foolishness with Chrisean. And I said, now what the hell is going on here? How did it happen? Okay, so y'all know Tamar is on a Love and War tour. You know, her album Love and War came out, I think, 10 years ago. So it's like a 10-year anniversary tour for Love and War. Now, Tamar is an R&B singer. We on the line, and you know what I'm saying, singing. Okay, she is an R&B singer. Okay, even the guest spot artists she's had are women who sing R&B type songs. You know, Nivea, Drew, Candace, the Tiffany girl, Tierra Marie, because she'll be here in Michigan, she'll be in Detroit. I think in January, maybe around my birthday. But she has, you know, those type of, because it is a armed Love and War, which to me is one of Tamar's best albums. I'm saying I've been listening from top to bottom. Okay. So to me, the vibe because look, I know Chrisean had a song called "It's a Vibe All the Time," but that vibe of Chrisean ain't the vibe of Love and War. So when I woke up and I was like, why am I seeing Chrisean and Tamar name in the same sentence? Why am I seeing that Chrisean allegedly punched James in the face? Now, James is, remember the patty pie? He ate a patty pie and was singing or whatever and had a whole thing. But, you know, that's where he came from. Okay, the patty pie thing. But James became cool with Tamar. He, you know, they friend, because Tamar keep all kinds of gay men around her. But James is a good friend of hers now. He's also a backup singer on her tour because he can sing. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, why was Chrisean there? Was she a concert goer? No, she was backstage. Like she was there to do it. What? Who said that? Why do that? And I want to play because I have a couple things to play. Okay, so I'll maybe even be if I go her live. This is Chrisean because she was live a little bit on her IG. Okay, this is her backstage before the alleged punch.
She getting on stage now?
With Tamar, and Tamar was saying to her, "Are you going on stage?"
Oh, Tamar, you know about that. So how she doing?
Now I don't know why I don't know why her ass. I don't know why. I don't know why.
My manager already on it. Now he on it.
Now I said, why is Tamar Braxton asking Chrisean Rock if she gonna go on stage to do anything? There is nothing that Chrisean can do that needs to be on stage at a Tamar Braxton show. All tea, all shade. Not nothing. Not nothing.
Okay. I'm talking about he wanna make sure it's a vibe all the motherfuckers.
So y'all see her hands, right? And she got the metal pipes in her hands. You know, because I still feel like jewelry should not sound like empty water bottles. Okay, so she still has all them rings on her hands because for some reason she don't trust her jewelry to be sitting at the house when she ain't there. When Chrisean leave the house, she put on all the jewelry she owns because she can't leave it at home.
Oh, we gotta go. Out here. Yeah, we backstage. We gotta go. Let's go. Take Mom about to perform. Let's go.
Has Chrisean even do Chrisean even know Tamar music?
You Bugatti, you need a shot? You need a shot, Tamar? Period. Oh, so just that one boo that got you right?
When Chrisean, who we know ain't breastfeeding because she's drinking, why is she asking Tamar, you want a shot? I feel like as a singer, you should not be drinking before your live concert.
That's all I can do. She only took one shot, and she said that's all she. Cool. Period. Afterwards, though. All right. I don't drink no more, but I drink with you. Oh.
I don't drink no more, but I'm gonna drink with you. Why are you drinking with Chrisean? First of all, let's be clear. Tamar's age bracket and Chrisean's age bracket is too far away for them to be sitting around having drinks with each other. Tamar, hey Siri, how old is Tamar Braxton?
Tamar Braxton is 46 years old.
She is 46 years old. How old is Chrisean Rock?
The answer I found is 56 years.
That's not her. How old is Chrisean Rock?
The answer I found is 56 years.
She is not 56. Chrisean in her 20s. But the fact that Tamar is 46, you should not be sitting around drinking with Chrisean. It's just two different, you know what I'm saying? No ma'am, no sir.
Oh yeah, I got the pots. What you got? All right, let me mute it. Yeah.
Now I don't know what she muted and what she said about either pots or plots or what some with a P. I don't know, but she muted it so could nobody hear.
Yeah.
Now, you know who I blame for this stuff? I blame Tamar. Because Tamar, who has been boasting about this tour, because she's excited about this tour, and ma'am, Chrisean should not be around here with Chrisean at your concert. Not saying it's Tamar's fault that Chrisean allegedly hit James, but I still feel like, ma'am, you need to be careful what energy you have around you. And Chrisean is a ball of energy that needs to be by itself until it can contain itself and not be messy. But seeing Tamar up here, I say, "Go, what are you doing?"
Yeah, he taught me how to sweat.
Hey, throw it back. Throw it back. Come on.
46-year-old Tamar singing Braxton. I'm finna Google how old Chrisean is because Google serious man was being messy. Because I want to know, because again, the Tamar is 46. How old is Chrisean? Bitch. It say Chrisean is 23 years old. Tamar is old enough to be that girl mama. Tamar is double her age. Literally. Chrisean is 23. And Tamar is up here twerking in the dressing room with Chrisean Rock, who's offering her shots on an R&B tour?
That's the one I got you earlier.
Anybody turn the fans on?
9/11.
Let's go. Let them know. Anybody turn the fans on? I'm talking about on stage.
The fact that why is Chrisean picking up plug-in curlers and the man like, baby, it's hot. Because he know Chrisean might try and suck at and burn her lips off. The fact that whoever it is, no, baby, it's hot. Baby, it's hot. Put that down. Baby, it's hot. Like that right there let me know Chrisean needs a babysitter for herself. You hear me?
No, I'm gonna check. I'll check.
Thank you.
What are
That's
you?
not hot.
They're like, what is you doing? They're like, why is she holding the curlers? Is she sucking the curlers? They like, what is you doing?
Is it?
Water.
Oh, I got pee.
This is also why I say people who go live on their phone with bad service and stop. When you somewhere and you want to record what's going on, just record it. You do not have to be live. Just record it with great clarity and then post that shit an hour later. You hear me? I'm just saying, stop going live. I'm the one talking. Stop going live with bad signals, okay?
She's such a cutie. She's got. What we doing, Tamar? That's how it is when I'm ready to go on stage. I be like,
Why is she there?
On the body. Yeah. Make the.
Who hyping her up to twerk? And whoever hyping Chrisean up is I blame them too.
That mama. Yeah. I'll hold the chair for you.
Whoever hyping her up to talk to twerk is also too young to be at a Tamar show, because no adult should be encouraging 23-year-old fresh baby out the cooch Chrisean to be around there twerking on the camera.
Hey, baby.
This that new book. See, make my water break.
Hey.
Why is she? What is going on?
See, look, I said one shot. See, I told you.
One? That was one? One shot?
It's all right. I'm about to take three. Chris, you get my.
So again, that was her backstage at the thing. And I feel like that was problem number one. Okay. One, why is Tamar round here with that girl? Okay. Now let's get into once they got on, because allegedly there must have been some confusion on if Chrisean was there to perform or not. Okay. They get on stage. Now, y'all know Tamar's show. When Tamar does Love and War, she has, fans come up on the stage to sing. You sound good, you sound bad. It is a collective fun time had by all. But it seemed like Chrisean thought because she was out on stage and her hoochie mama gear and Tamar's on stage in the goddamn ball gown and heels, Chrisean was allegedly under the impression that she was going to perform. But they were bringing out the people on stage that usually Tamar had sing a song. Again, full little concert. James, who was a singer, is in the background. So the two men in the black by the microphones, James is the one in the middle with the blonde hair. That's James.
Now you gotta get this in the middle of Love and War. Well, this is my baby. It's a party boy. Y'all like this bitch up?
Why is she cussing?
Can y'all like this bitch up?
Why is she cussing?
I get to say this. Damn.
So you can tell Tamar is nervous because Tamar then came round here and let her on the stage and she don't know how to get her off the stage. Okay. And Tamar like the security around. Did I pay for any security? I didn't even pay for much. But who can I get to get her off the stage? I need someone to get her off the stage because we finna sing Love and War.
Damn.
So they're bringing the people on stage who they had backstage waiting to come sing with Tamar.
Damn. So why don't like that? Can you turn the bitches off?
Not because again, Chrisean talking as if Chrisean not paying attention to any of the clues around her that it ain't about you. That also let me know Chrisean don't follow Tamar as an artist. Because if you do, you know that Tamar has the people come on stage. You hear the Love and War slowly being played in the back, the little instrumental. Okay, and Chrisean not paying any. Can y'all? The lights too high. Y'all cut the lights off. What, bitch? Why?
Oh, bitch up. Why is the light high? How you doing? Yeah. Shit.
What? Nobody should be bop at Tamar show.
They are who they are. Braxton, what are you talking about? Hold on. Yeah. That's only for y'all. We need more. Like, what are you? Like, all right, I'm a part of the choir.
This is also what happens sometimes when you fund your own tour and people around you don't know how you want things done. Okay, I need more than 4 people. Oh, hold on, Chrisean. Hold on, Single Plump. It's so much going on. Everybody confused.
I want you to forget. Yeah, Chris. Oh, yeah. Go to. And I need like 2 more. Like somebody who really been waiting 10 years.
So you see Chrisean, right? Chrisean is looking is talking to the DJ. Like, what's going on? What's happening? What we doing? So she's already like, what we doing? Why am I out here? What's going on? What's happening? So that was the part they showed of Chrisean, like, what's happening? I don't know. But Chrisean looked confused. Well, so did Tamar. So that's the background part of it. Okay, come today. Girl. Tamar's, I guess, good friend, good Judy, or whatever, came out and said, I'm gonna air it all out. Okay, he's the one who said, hey, something happened. Now this is LaTroy. Okay, and LaTroy is saying what allegedly happens on a tour that he put on, and it wouldn't have happened without him. And he don't care what nobody say. He gonna air it all out. Now let's listen.
Dog, I don't even care at this point. Whoever want to get mad at me can get mad at me.
He mean Tamar.
Y'all gotta stop. First of all, let me tell you about this ghetto, disgusting gutter butt.
A gutter butt?
I don't even want to call her a girl. First of all, she's trash. She should have never been at my show.
Yo, did you fulfill? Is you Tamar? No. Okay. First of all, that was Tamar's show. Even if you help her put it together, that is Tamar's show. Okay. But again, he good friend with Tamar, so maybe he just speaking from a place of I helped her, so it's mine too.
So she come to Tamar concert, which I planned, and I will say that. Drunk with 1,000 people.
Y'all shut. Have y'all not seen her in anything else she's been in? Chrisean came in as Chrisean.
Smelling like weed, looking dumb, okay? And so apparently she makes music. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And apparently she wanted to drop a beat.
Okay.
So she was mad that she didn't get to perform. I didn't know she was a performer. And even if I did know she was a performer, she was not getting on the stage that everybody has worked their ass off to make. So she called.
First of all, is Tamar copying him or is he copying Tamar? Because the fact that he sound just like Tamar do, I'm starting to ask myself, is Tamar acting like a gay man? Because as he talks, I want y'all to hear how his cadence, his everything is exactly how Tamar talk when she being extra.
First of all, y'all see the video. She was up there, a drunk fool. Okay? Is
he Tamar?
So now Cardi took your man upset because she didn't get to perform. So again, y'all saw her show her dumb ass during Love and War. She ruined the song. She ruined the concert. She ruined the moment. So then she go backstage and she is upset, okay? Because she didn't get to perform her ringtone.
Y'all, is he Tamar? Child, I don't believe we've ever heard this man speak. Well, I have never heard this man speak before. Why? Girl, that's Tamar.
So she storms in Tamar's dressing room with 1,000 people, okay? And everybody's like, nobody knew you were supposed to perform a song. We didn't even know that you made music. We thought you was on Zeus.
I mean, shade.
Right? So everybody's trying to calm her down. She's in there rough, like a dungeon dragon, right?
Nikki, like, how get into this? How did my lyric get into this?
So then James is like, oh, it wasn't on purpose. Like, nobody tried to, like, shade you. We didn't know that you were supposed to sing.
Now, James, who has not said much or nothing at all, okay? But we've seen, well, at least I've seen James over the years. He's always seemed really, very, very nice. So I can't imagine him being, like, mean. He could be a bit shady if he has to be, okay? However, I don't recall ever seeing him as like a mean, rude person or whatever. He always seemed real kind, you know what I'm saying? Real chill or whatever. I'm saying.
She like, lie again. And James like, no, nobody knew. And she hit James right in his face.
Oh.
Chipped James' tooth.
No.
James' face is bloody. James is at the hospital right now because his nose will not stop bleeding.
Now, again, as he was saying, she came back there upset. Okay, upset because I wasn't gonna, I'm not performing. Now they were saying that allegedly she was supposed to perform earlier in the day, missed earlier that evening, missed the time that she was supposed to have a little second on stage or whatever. And so when Tamar did bring her out just to show Baltimore that she's here, not for her to perform, a big misunderstanding. Okay. And then she's pissed off backstage. What happened? And then James saying, we did not know you were supposed to perform. Like, we did not know you was an artist who came to perform. And allegedly, as he is saying, she got pissed, lie again. And he said, well, we didn't know. And he said that she punched that man in the face. And now ain't nobody saying that. I blame Tamar. Not for Chrisean hitting that man. Chrisean is 100% to blame for her actions. She is 100% to blame. She's 100% wrong. She's 100% needs to go to jail for assault. I feel like Tamar was Tamar was saying how she wanted this to be a great experience. She wanted, people to enjoy the show and the music. It's an R&B experience. Why did you bring 23-year-old Chrisean Rock out on stage? People who listen to Tamar should not be also listening to Chrisean Rock, in my opinion. I feel like Chrisean Rock has her own fan base of fools around there who support her bull stuff or whatever, and that's that on that. But I feel like Tamar, you have to. That's I always say. Y'all always say, why don't you have other people up on your platform? Why don't you have a call-ins and let us go? Because I don't know what somebody gonna do. I can only control what I say and what I do. So I am very selective of letting anybody up on my platform, because what happens? You let the wrong person up with good intentions, and then they say or do something that get you flagged, your channel taken down, because you know what I'm saying? And Tamar then allowed somebody who don't seem responsible at all onto her tour stage, and that person punched one of her good friends and the backup singer. Now he's a backup singer, meaning if he's punched in the face with a chipped tooth and maybe a broken nose, he can't sing on tour. That's how that man make money. And I showed y'all how Chrisean had all them rings on. And y'all know, let's not act like Chrisean been fighting Blueface for years. Chrisean beat up Blueface mama and sister on live one day. She's a strong girl. And if you punch somebody who ain't used to being punched and wasn't prepared to be punched, it's a hard punch. And because she had them rings on, it probably did chip his tooth. So that's why I say I partially blame Tamar, because Tamar, you too old to even want to have Chrisean there. You have to protect your environment, protect your energy. Tamar, we have not heard not a bit of foolishness from your tour since the start. I briefly added some more days. And you didn't let the lady up on the thing, and she don't need to be there. And then got that man punched. Yeah, what my signal says that in one. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can. I hope this is being done real fast. But it's crazy. Okay, but let's finish listening to what he said.
She's going to prison, and I promise you, and we can cancel all this shit right now. You don't come to nobody's show. Everybody has worked their behind off to make this tour amazing. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have a lot of help. So never will I ever let anyone get away coming to anything that anybody I know and care about plan and work hard for and assault them, and I'm letting it go.
Now, I don't know how he gonna sue if he wasn't the one that was hit. I don't know how that goes. Well, because there's two different stories. They're saying that Sean was under the impression that Tamar was gonna have her come out on stage, and then while out on stage, she would have done a little piece of her song, and that at the time Tamar was gonna bring her out on stage, it would not have been during the Love and War section of the show. Tamar also brought out Tony Braxton, and they sang "Ding-a-ling of Gold." So they're conflicting stories about why Chrisean was out at all. You know, because truth be told, it's like, Tamar, why did you bring her out during Love and War? So they're saying that allegedly she was supposed to have came out earlier within the show to do a little bit of something, but honey, to me, Chrisean should never have been backstage ever. Okay, and that's that on that. Okay,
so I want everybody to let Chrisean know, whoever she is and whatever she does, I'm coming for every coin she has. And y'all know me, I'm not gonna stop. I can't stop, won't stop Rockefeller Records. You do not come.
Not why he quoted Nicki, that he quoted Diddy. Why he quoting everybody
to my show and assault people that are working on my show? Okay, I might not have sang Love and War, but I'm the only reason everybody heard it tonight. And
not you the only reason they heard it, man. Not Tamar singing it.
And dog, I don't even.
So, you know, that was him going off. Now, again, we have not heard from Tamar, at least not. I ain't been on live. I ain't been on IG in a minute. You know, we don't know. Now, Chrisean posted this. You know, girl, I don't know what time it is. Cause what's 18? Is that military time? Girl, I don't know what time that is. But she supposedly last night, you know, she did a post and delete last night that said, "I don't get disrespectful till you get disrespectful." Okay, so with him saying, you know, she says, lie again. You know, Chrisean is a volatile, immature child. She's a volatile, immature child who consistently, in my opinion, does stupid things and be getting in trouble and be on some bull other shits. And I don't know why. Okay. And the fact that Tamar ain't came out and said a little something, I'm like, Tamar, speak up. You need to speak up. Because what else could she do that we ignore? Now, let me see, you know, I believe the guy was also posting this, saying, y'all need to stop rewarding bad behavior and bad people. I am so disgusted. Chrisean came to my show and assaulted James. She hit James in his mouth. She is disgusting. She deserves the way everybody treats her. She is trash. That ghetto hip-hop trash girl should have never been there. She is bottom of the barrel. I'm so sorry for anyone who had to witness that trash tonight. She ruined an amazing night, and I'm gonna make sure she goes to jail. I hope everything bad that's supposed to happen her does. Now, first of all, sir, I'm gonna need you to calm the fuck down, okay? Calm down. You know, I'm not defending Chrisean. I also feel like, sir, calm down. A lot of bad has already happened to her. Okay. And yes, she needs to be held accountable. Absolutely. Okay. But when you say stuff like this, karma be swiveling. Okay. Tamar can be this upset. James can be this upset. I'm like, sir, we don't even know you. You don't even go here. And so you going too hard. You're going too hard. You're going too hard. Being upset that she came and disrupted the show, I get that. Being upset that she physically attacked somebody, I get that. But all these ghetto trash, sir, calm down. And wishing bad on people is never a good thing, in my opinion. Okay, so sir, shut up. You said what happened. Let that be that. But don't wish bad on people. Don't do that. So why we gonna read Chrisean? We're gonna read you too. Cut it out. Cut it out. I'm like, cause why? For what? Poor K. She done punched him already. And I feel like we all know, and I'm not defending Chrisean. Chrisean's actions are wrong. However, at the same time, Chrisean is a 23-year-old grown adult who need counseling, some little jail time, some sit down time. But I also feel like Blueface ain't no better. You know what I'm saying? Because if Chrisean go to jail, you know what I'm saying, he gonna get the baby, and I don't think that's smart either. But Chrisean needs a whole lot. Chrisean needs responsible people around her. When I said I hope some responsible grown women come around her, I did not mean Tamar. I did not mean Tamar. She's making young, dumb mistakes. She's being young and stupid in her actions. She should not put her hands on nobody at all. And whatever consequences come from her allegedly hitting James is hers to bear. But I'm also going to say that girl has been through a whole lot, and she is a full representation of her life circumstances. And she is stuck in that this toxic mindset, and she keeps making dumb mistakes. She keeps making dumb mistakes. And she's on probation, first of all. Because of the fight that happened some time ago, she's had like a 4-year probation. If she punched James, she can get arrested and go to jail. That could be a violation of her probation. So she's making dumb mistakes, even as a mother. And whatever happens, happens. But I'm not gonna wish bad on her. I'm gonna wish health and healing on her. She needs to fix. She need to grow up. Of course, and this it's a difference in reading people for their bad behavior and speaking down on them as if they don't matter, which doesn't help nothing. I wish that lady grow up. Chrisean need to grow up, get it together, and stop being stupid. She keep doing stupid things, and then nothing really happens. So she needs to be held accountable for her actions. And if that involves her losing her kid, that was your decision to make. Why would you swing on? And then a man at that, girl, what if he would hit you back? So it's aggravating because, like, you do not want to have to throw people away, but you also ain't the one to try to support bad behavior. And that's what aggravates me. And Tamar usually come around here and say, oh, this and oh, that. And, oh, my God. You know, when she was accusing Todd and Candy of attacking her, she came out live about that. Oh, no, not live. But no, she did. She came out and made a video about it. So I feel like you need to address, did you invite Chrisean to your show? And did she assault James? Now, maybe James don't want to discuss it. I don't know. Jesus to be offensive. I'm not sure. But what I do know is Chrisean has to stop making dumb decisions that have serious consequences. Because if not, when you get locked up, lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. What we gonna do? You punch somebody in the face. while having metal rings on your fingers. And again, I would say, look, I've gotten in fights in my 20s as well. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I was never like Chrisean. You know what I'm saying? I think in my former life, because 21-year-old Jaylee is just not who I am. Now, don't get me wrong. I would beat a bitch ass. Don't try me. Okay? Jaylee can always come out if need be. Okay? However, my temper isn't like that no more. But I've been in fights. I think when I was I've gotten into a fight before. You know what I'm saying? I beat a bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't somebody's mother. I wasn't swinging on folks for no reason. It was different. And I feel like Chrisean is just, hold on. I'm on live. I'm going to call you back. Did you need something? Running? Shouldn't hang up. Chrisean, I like, who'd you? I was fighting a female. But I was not attacking people, was what I was trying to say. I wasn't attacking people, and Chrisean is out here just reacting and attacking people for no reason. And it's probably because whenever she has bad behavior, it's rewarded for her TV shows. And she has to know, but that's also why I'm like, I don't know why she was even there. Nobody from Zeus should be able to take my Braxton show, let alone in the backstage. And if Tamar was trying to be a mothering big sister to Chrisean, not when you in the back twerking with her and drinking with her, that ain't gonna help her. So we shall see what else comes out about the whole fight of it all. Okay, again, Braxton was there singing with a little bit. So again, the show, went on or whatever. But I'm like, I don't understand why anybody would say, yeah, let's bring on Chrisean Rock. Yeah, let's have Chrisean. For what? No, Jesus, fix it. Anyway, lastly, this whole thing, Keke and that man. Okay, Keke and that man, Darius. Y'all take 30 seconds and like the video. Like the video. Because liking is the thing to do. So, Keke Palmer, her baby daddy, Darius, Darius' brother, Sarunas, and then Sarunas' baby mama, Dominique. So, Sarunas was on that show, Game People Play on BET. He also played Dro on Insecure. Dominique was also on Insecure. She played the bang girl that Lawrence banged. She's also currently on Rap Shit. She plays the friend of one of the girls on Rap Shit. So we don't know what Darius do. He does Darius. And then we have Keke Palmer. So, when we, Thursday, when the whole debacle of Keke filed a restraining order against Darius, he had filed for sole custody of the son and all these things. When we first discussed this on Thursday, it was like breaking news. You know what I'm saying? Like my live was at 9 and it came out at like 8:30. Okay. So that was more us just kind of reacting in the moment of stuff coming out. And this is more, I can have a full, well-rounded, little 10, 15-minute conversation about the show right here. So, one, Keke was granted sole custody of the 8-month-old son. Okay. She also was granted the protection order against him. The judge also required for Darius to turn over any handguns or weapons that he had. Now, I had seen so many comments on social media about this, this between Keke and Darius. And, as a domestic violence survivor myself, you know what I'm saying? I have posted, thank you, Michaela, for the Cash App. I have been lucky enough that I got out of my situation almost 20 years ago. Y'all, if y'all have been here for a while, y'all know, me and the bad guy. Y'all know how I used to discuss him or whatever, and the tumultuous things between me and him. I discussed how at one point when we broke up, how his crazy self took a baseball bat and he hit me with it. Okay, and to this day, my, my knees ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So I am a survivor, period. So when I speak from experience. And my signal, why is it being dumb? I hope y'all can hear me. I think it's pausing. It's kind of being crazy. However, people love to say or love to ask the question, why did somebody stay? Why did Kiki stay? Why didn't she leave? Why didn't she say something before? And not, you know what I'm saying? What my little tweet, I'm gonna stay off screen because I don't want it to be stupid and just being weird. And I don't know because we've been good the whole time. Y'all can hear me? Okay, good. I think this is the freaking signal keep being dumb, and that is very aggravating. I'm gonna pop up this on screen so it's the whole well-rounded conversation. Now, when I was seeing people say stuff like that, and blah blah blah, and I was like, why does that even matter? It's weird to me that people like to ask questions about why leave now. Why it doesn't matter why the person didn't leave before. Okay, they probably could not. So what I put up on my Twitter and my IG as well, I said the way toxic men behave behind closed doors is a reason some women are silent, because it's easy to tell someone what to do when you are not behind the doors with us. Some of us, myself, have gotten out and have been free of domestic abuse for almost 20 years. Others have not. Others have not. So I feel like people need to understand there is no right time to leave. There is no, I can't believe this. If you can't believe it and you don't understand it, it's because you haven't been through it. Thank you, Nicole, here for the super chat. Zucio unfollows Chrisean. Then this happens. No video. No report. In LA smells fishy. Grown men going to the hospital. I punch grown men. They laugh at me, and I weigh 165. She's 105. Well, that's why everything is alleged. Okay, but thank you for the super chat. Now back to Kiki. The weird thing that I feel like people keep saying, people keep doing, is that they're trying to look for reasons of Kiki being a liar. Oh, where's the actual video? Oh, why would she put out the still shot? I'm like, first of all, Kiki did not put out the still shots. When you ask for a personal protection order of any kind, they usually ask for some kind of proof. You know what I'm saying? For me in my situation, when I got my PPO 20 years ago, me being in the hospital and the witnesses that saw my ex at that point in time run up on me with a baseball bat and get a swinging was proof enough. Okay, I did not have to give them anything because I was taken to the hospital from the crib. You know what I'm saying? Chrisean, put forth the actual still shots to show him attacking her. So anyone thinking, oh, well, she put out the images. Yeah, I put those images out. People would not have believed her. And that's the gotcha that people seem to not want to believe. Just generally, I also feel like Keke, in my opinion, has built up a reputation for me to believe when she says something. Because I'm like, why would she lie? She really has no reason to lie. You know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is, when they said, well, if she's been abused, I'm like, also, she didn't say he was abusive the whole relationship. And I feel like people have this notion that abusers come in looking like abusers. They come in looking like the monster they are, and they don't. Usually, they come in like the handsome young men that they are when we meet them, and they turn into this monster. The same way you can marry somebody and they are a great person, and then 6 years later, they are cheating, abusive, crazy person who you have to leave because who they came into the relationship as is their representative. And they get you to care for them. They get you to want them. They get you to love them. And then the mask comes off. Keke has lived her life unproblematic, out of you didn't hear stories about Keke, nothing. The one time we heard about Keke and some foolishness was when she told us about Trey Songz, and folks did not believe her then. When she said that she felt intimidated by that man, you know what I'm saying? And folks did not believe her then. And when they first started dating, I'm pretty sure he was not someone who she thought who he really was. And she didn't think he was this crazy or whatever, because when they was first dating, we kind of saw them out and they did seem happy. Meaning at one point, he was a good guy. Because y'all have to stop thinking that why would somebody get with him? How would she know? So it's like, let's stop asking the questions that seem to blame Keke for getting with somebody who turned out to be a monster. That's part one. So Keke kind of went into what she was describing what happened. Let me read it for y'all. Okay. Now she spoke because the still shots, which are of course available on social. I didn't post them. I didn't post them on my IG. I didn't because I'm like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because my thing is Keke giving those photographs to the police, to the PBO people, whatever. She didn't do that to have one. She didn't do that to put on social media. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to share them. Enough folks have already done that. Okay. But seeing, him attacking her was crazy to see. Because I'm looking like, oh, this nigga's crazy. He need us to go hit his kneecaps. You know what I'm saying? And people was like, wow, stop asking those questions. Okay. Now the photos she provided 2 sets of photos. One was from recently in November. Well, I'm sorry, it was in November, around November 5th, when she was like, he came to the house, her mom and her sister was upstairs. He came to the house, tussling with her. Okay, pushed her over the couch, hands or whatever. Took her cell phone, left the house. The police was called. The police came there. The police talked to her mama, her sister. Because when the mama and sister heard the rumbling, they came running downstairs. He left the house. Police came. This fool so crazy, he didn't even leave. He did not even leave. And the fact that he popped up to her house trying to say, hey, I want the son to go with me somewhere. No. And, took her cell phone. She had to go out there and get her cell phone, but the police came to the house. The police came and made them leave. Okay. She also provided still shots of an incident that happened back in 2022. I think it was February 2022, where at that point in time, I guess she had showed him photos of her in the bikini or something like that or whatever. And he got upset. And I kind of don't want to describe him. He got upset and he got physical with her. At one point, like body slamming her, and then cussing, yelling, fussing at her. And then the following morning, when she trying to leave the house, he had the stairs, waiting at the stairs, and then accosting her again. So that's you see the still shot of him like grabbing her and pulling her off the stairs. So I don't need to see the video. I don't. The fact that there are still shots showing him getting physical is enough for me. And so when folks say, why does she stay? I feel like I always say abuse is more than hitting. There are many different types of abuse. You have mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. With mental, all of it. Okay. And usually it doesn't start with someone hitting you. It usually starts with like mental abuse, emotional abuse, where you don't even realize you're being abused. We're just arguing. We was great, and now we're arguing. And then it turns to a little bit of maybe a push, a little shove, a little shake, a little grab, and it just escalates. So sometimes people hear someone say, we've been together for 2 years and he's been physical, and they imagine they imagine Ike and Tina. They imagine every day Ike is beating up on Tina. They imagine every day is a bad day, and any smile a person has on their face is fake. They imagine, that's not what it is. Most abuse starts so slow that by the time it's at a boil, you don't even know you're boiling. And by that time, you are so traumatized with this person, you don't know what to do, because you have good and bad times. And after bad time, what do they do at the bad time? I'm sorry. I love you. I didn't mean it. I won't do it again. You have to understand. I'm saying it's all these excuses and reasons and gaslight you into believing that you tripping. You know what I'm saying? You tripping. And I'm like, but this ain't what's supposed to be. But not nice. You know what I'm saying? And it's because over time, this is normal now. You know it's not normal, but he loves you. He tells you he loves you. But you like, but love ain't supposed to hurt. But it don't always hurt. It don't always hurt. Because every situation is different. There are some people who do live in a constant state of fear because the person is an all-day monster. Some people have sometime monsters. However, in Kiki's instance, it seemed like once she realized I had this baby and he's not only abusive and aggressive with me, he's also weird when it comes to our kid. Hell nah. No. And so to me, Kiki's like, you know what? We had something. No. And if you can't handle yourself emotionally with me, and then I see you do that with our kid, I can't take it. Hence her saying, no, you cannot take our son somewhere. No, not at all. So anybody wondering, how did she stay? Why did she stay? Was it a fake I had a lot of happy times with the bad guy. I just also had bad times with the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? And again, that was when because Kiki, you know, she's I was younger than Kiki. Me and the bad guy were together. I met him when I was 17. And I think for like a good year or two, it was kind of cool. But in hindsight, it wasn't. Because it was a little tick, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? So me and him stopped being together, I think when I was 25. You know what I'm saying? It was off and on. And then even after me and him broke up, it was some y'all. It was a doozy, you know. But I was young. Young. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't think about it. And it's easy to judge when you are on the outside looking in and you think you see all the ins and outs, but you don't. You don't. And sometimes it's not until you get out of it that you look back, you're like, that was fucking foolish. I didn't see that shit. Because when you're in it, you're in it. And because he make you think everybody's against you and us. Don't nobody want us. They are against us. They are against us. It is me and you. So even when we fuss and we fight, it's us against them. And usually, like when her mama was like, I knew something. I went and talked to the brother, and the brother was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So the mom like, I knew something was up, but I can't force my daughter to leave her dude. I can't force it. What I can do is I can be right next to them all at all times. So when she need me, I'm here. Because I can't make her not be with them. You know what I'm saying? And also they dated for 2 years. She was with him for 2 years. And while she does say there was it says she's alleged there was also many instances of physical violence with her son's father allegedly destroying her personal property, diaries and prescription eyeglasses, throwing things around, her car keys so she can't drive away, hitting her in front of the kid, threatening to harm himself, you know, different things that he did just over the 2 years that escalated. It escalated. You know, and so while she has been granted this temporary PPO, she has so custody, all these things. He can't come within 100 feet of them. He can't see his son. You know, he had to turn over all his weapons within 24 hours. It says he is not allowed visitation right now, and the next hearing is December 5th. And I feel like let's give Keke the support we gave Nia Long when we realized that Nia Long was with a lying, cheating asshole. Keke found herself to be with a lying, manipulative, abusive, insane person. So let's not ask why she stayed the 2 years. Let's not ask, I can't believe, you know, she's with him. She isn't anymore. You know what I'm saying? Even what happened with them last year in February, before she had a kid, means it was little stuff that she was like figuring out. It don't mean all the times were bad. You know, it just means that it took her 2 years to figure out the fuck she wanted to do. And sometimes the blessing that comes out of these bad situations is lessons, is learned lessons, and sometimes it's the baby, because you know that's her child. It was somebody we don't want to be with. But that's her blessing, and it's also her lesson to learn. Hey, girl, don't you do that no more. Okay, thank you, Abel, for this for us. I really felt for her mother. I've been in those shoes with one of my daughters, and you can't do anything until they're ready to leave. All I could do one point was pray and make sure her life insurance was paid. Boom. Because so many times you can't, like, my parents did not know what was going on with me and the bad guy. They did. I didn't tell anybody because because you think if they know, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until me and him broke up, and like, you imagine, like, my friend, she had to call my mom, and I'm like, so-and-so attacked Jaylee, you know what I'm saying? And she's going to the hospital. Now, for me, luckily, I'm here to tell my story. Luckily, I'm here to speak from my experience. Luckily, I didn't have any broken bones. And I think it's because, and I think at one point he told me, at one point he told me, I wasn't trying to kill you. This hurt you a little bit. Like, the nigga told me that, you know what I'm saying? And when I knew, because it happened, he was like, because I filed charges, I pressed charges, and he was like avoiding getting caught up or whatever. And I knew he had a court date. And I knew he had a court date. And I think I may have told this before. I called the court the day of his court date, and I said, you're going to have so-and-so and so-and-so coming in. They have a case today. However, it's a warrant off their arrest for battery and assault. So when he come there, y'all should hold him. And had I not called and said nothing, because sometimes in court it's like a routine. Oh, okay, they may not even notice because it's the warrant. Sometimes it's in a different county, and I'm like, no, he has a warrant, so y'all should hold him. And he got held. Now I was pissed because he only ended up doing, I think he was sentenced to 6 months, and was whatever, but he only did 3 months. And since that happened, I've talked to him since then. We had kind of got back cool as friends. You know what I'm saying? Because his lifestyle kind of was crazy. But I have not talked to him still, even now, in maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 years or whatever. But I knew I could never trust, and he never put his hands on me after that. He was able to apologize and make amends, and we moved on. But that's why I said you have to learn from other people's experiences. And if people don't realize they are fucked up individuals and they don't get help for their fucked upness, then they never grow to be better. You know what I'm saying? Now, to my knowledge, I think he has stopped being abusive, but I don't know because I ain't seen him in a while. But that's, my story. Okay. But I feel like so many people are just questioning Keke. And I'm like, why the fuck is Jay questioning Keke? Why is that? That don't make no sense. So when the brother spoke out and made his little post to delete, you know what I'm saying? And then we know Keke mama came out and said, shut up, because you said, when I came to you and told you about your brother hitting my daughter, you said that you used to be like that too. Now, while Sarunas came out and said he never said that, you know what I'm saying? He then said how Keke mama, had said things and it's gonna come out and blah, blah, bloop. I said, sir, shut up. Shut up. Because as soon as he started talking, and my thing is this: if Keke mama was threatening y'all and cussing y'all out because of what your brother was doing her daughter, I don't care. Okay. But when Sarunas' baby mama, Dominique, made a little post, now she had posted Michael Jackson and Thriller eating the popcorn. Cause she's like, this finna be a show. People were like, what she mean? Is she laughing? What's going on? Now, this is why I try my best to keep my ear to the street. Okay. I remember when Dominique got pregnant. Because when Dominique got pregnant, it was a big, funny, ha. Because y'all know on the show of Insecure, Dominique was Bang Girl who was banging Lawrence. Sarunas played Dro who was banging Molly. There were jokes on social media. Oh, that's Lawrence's baby. Ha, 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 ha. Sarunas was avoiding and ignoring the fact that she was pregnant by him. And at first, he was denying it. So there was bullshit afoot between him. Even on social media, little things he would post, it was bullshit between this here. Now, she had the baby, it's his baby, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Dominique don't be saying much no more. Now, again, Dominique is now on rap shit. Another Easter egg show. Okay? And I remember Amanda Seals saying how he's an asshole. Because when the whole debacle of her being pregnant and him not acknowledging it, she said, I went to him and said, you know, they saying things about you, and if that's your child, just be there for the child. And she said, I was trying to help him be responsible. And when other things happened with Amanda, he came out with some shady shit on Twitter. And she said, see, because he's a shady motherfucker. And I said, see, he is. Dominique then put on social, because when she put out the little thing, the little Jackson face smile or whatever, and folk didn't know what that meant, she posted this, you know, to further elaborate on what she meant. And she put, there was a repost of a post I made on yesterday. There are situations where you laugh to keep from crying. Let me give clarity. I would never laugh at anyone that is subject to domestic abuse, female or male. As is known, abuse comes in different definitions, silent and physical. Only the people enduring such behavior truly understand the effect. Women have been manipulated, abused, lied on for centuries, and put their head down for the fear of not being believed. We need to stop being afraid. I may not be at the highest platform in my career just yet to be heard and or supported by the public. But whenever that time comes, everyone will listen. God is in control of my steps, and I respond accordingly. I will be vindicated in His timing. Pray for the abusers. The protected babies will always be fine. So while she is not saying he physically abused me, I think what she's saying is abuse comes in different forms. So even if when Keke Mama said she went to Sarunas, and Sarunas said, I used to be like that too. To me, what that could possibly mean is he did not know and I'm not defending, I'm giving examples. He didn't know the brother was being physically abusive to Keke, but he know he's an asshole. And he know I've never physically abused somebody, but I used to be a manipulator. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Dominique's post, when she said verbatim, domestic abuse or abuse comes in different definitions, silent and physical. So what that means to me is he may not have physically abused me, but I'm an abuse victim nonetheless. Okay. And when the time comes for me to speak, because my thing is, I also think what she thinks is this ain't about me. This ain't about me. This is about Keke. So I don't have to jump on her bandwagon to drag the brother at all. But I can let y'all know that nigga ain't perfect. I can let y'all know he's full of shit. I can do that. And they're one and the same. Because he didn't have to say nothing. When a PPO and so the stuff between them two, he didn't have to say shit. And the only reason that Keke Mama spoke out was because of what he posted, trying to allude to the fact that Keke was really the person who was the bad person. It's really Keke. And it's not. It's your fucking brother. And at some point, maybe Dominique will come out with what happened to her again. But so many women stay quiet because when we speak out, people don't believe us or they want a whole bunch of proof. Now, I will also say this. If you are a person going through whatever and you don't feel comfortable enough to tell anybody, cool, get pictures, get video. So that way, whenever you feel the need to come out, and he said you crazy or someone said you crazy, boom, still shots, boom, audio, boom, video. Because that can be the difference between not only you being believed and supported versus you being ignored and gaslit into thinking that you're wrong. It also will help the next woman know, hey, maybe don't date him. He's not grown yet. He has not, because the bad guy was abusive to his baby mama, who he was with before me. And I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? So if more people say, well, no, this person is not a good person. Don't do it. Sometimes if there is just a history that can be followed where you see, okay, he abused that person, he abused that person, he abused that person. And as long as you like, if you have a black eye, take a picture. If you can't record him with the phone camera in his face, just hit record because sometimes the audio will do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know how to leave, if you don't, because some people stay because they don't have nowhere else to go. So many women of yesteryear, you know, our great grandparents, whatever, was abused. Great grandmama was abused by great grandfather, and she couldn't leave because she couldn't read. She couldn't go nowhere. So people stayed for different reasons. Because sometimes they don't know how to get out. Sometimes they can't get out. When Keke said that when she tried to leave him, he threatened to take himself out. Which does what? It gaslights you into staying. Because they know you don't want their death on your conscience. So it's easy to say from the outside looking in, well, just leave or let them die. That ain't how some people was wired. So it's more to it than if it was me, I would have been left. You say that. And some people do leave immediately, but some don't. And a person who leaves immediately ain't no better or isn't stupid because it took them longer to leave. You don't know why you don't know why it took them longer. And Keke was only with that man for 2 years. I'm just saying. So she left when she got too serious. My son is here. You not gonna put him through what you put me through. Okay, I gotta go. Not only that, I have to go. I have to get sole custody of my son. I don't trust you with him. I have to get a PPO because you already popped up to my house now. So this way, if you pop up again, bitch, you gonna go meet Jesus. Yes. And we have so many instances of women who don't have proof, and then the men say she lied. They then have 50-50 custody. And we then see stories of people who kids is no longer here. Why? Because the one crazy ass parent then done some dumb shit. So sometimes don't ask why didn't she leave. Sometimes it's safer to stay, because sometimes the crazy person is more sane while you there, because you can see what they doing. Then if you leave them and you don't know what they doing, you know what I'm saying, you have to wait until you're able to do it. And Keke been able to leave, get a PPO against that man, get cussed with that child, because if there was no proof, for instance, Martell and Mel had to share custody with Martell. Why? Because it's no tangible proof, which I think it is, but I'm leaving it be, that he ain't a good father. Even though he's a manipulative asshole, she has to share custody of him and deal with whatever. Can you imagine if Keke had no proof of nothing and it's just her saying he's abusive? We hear stories of women who left a husband, left a boyfriend, left somebody on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, that same man went and that lady and them kids or whoever ain't alive no more. So let's not act like we don't hear situations of people who try to leave and shit gets worse. Why? Because there's nothing that lights a match more under a powder keg than, oh, she left me. Again, when I left the bad guy, he ran up on me with a baseball bat. And I can laugh about it now because, you know, it was a long time ago. However, that's why I say I know the mindset, because when I left, that's why it made him mad. You're not going to leave me and break up with me and then be hanging out where I can still see you. So sometimes it's easier to stay and try to figure out when it's safe to leave. And even sometimes when women feel like it's safe to leave and they go file for divorce or get a PPO, the dude still act stupid and do some dumb shit. And then we on the news discussing how dumb of a shit it was. And why did her family help her? Why? Because when she tried to leave, this is what he did. And had she just stayed, she could have found a better way to leave later. You know? So Keke is smart. She has the proof of what he's doing. She's acknowledging it's been volatile for a minute. And I'm trying to do it. So let's not, y'all shouldn't ask, now, why? It don't matter why. It don't matter why. And now it's a public known thing. So anyone who's with him going further, okay, you want to be with him. And half the time the police will say, oh, if you have no proof, we can't, like, you know, you can't even get a restraining order unless someone's done something. If you tell the police your person has been stalking you, calling you, and whatever, they'll say until things escalate, we can't get involved. You can go try and get a PPO, and you hope we've heard of celebrities who are being stalked and the judge would deny them a temporary PPO just to get to court. So before anybody goes questioning Keke's decisions or assuming she knew he was a crazy, deranged person when she got with him, that's not how it happens. Monsters come in nice, shiny packages. Handsome men, tall men, well-endowed men, sensitive men, supportive men, and slowly but surely it's tick tick boom. It's tick tick boom. So don't think she saw, oh, I'm a date OJ. No. No, do not think that we get into a relationship knowing how bad somebody is. And then from day one, he pushing and punching. That ain't what it is. That ain't what it is. Chris Brown has a history. Chris Brown has a history. What I will say about Chris Brown is, allegedly, he's gotten better. Because there people can who was it? It was a famous actor. I can't think of who it is, who said they used to be abusive. And I was like, what? I can't believe it. And they said they had to get into counseling to just get better, to control, to learn to control themselves. Because when they were younger, they were volatile. So I am never one to say, because the bad guy, my person, who he was, because when we met, I was 17, he was 19. When we were able to have a conversation and he made amends to me and apologized. I probably was 27. So he was around 29. So it was like 10 years later. Thank you. Lawrence Fishburne. It was Lawrence Fishburne. That's what it was. It was Lawrence Fishburne. And he said how he used to be abusive. So I am a firm believer in, if you do the work, you can get better. I can't say, because I don't know Chris Brown. But I can say who Chris Brown, the situation with Chris Brown and Rihanna, and the situation with Chris Brown and Karrueche. I would not date Chris Brown. I would not. But I can't say if in the past 10 to 15 years that he's grown past that. I can't say. I have not heard recent stories since Karrueche. Since the Karrueche situation, I have not heard anyone say he's been physically abusive to whoever he's dating. I know since then he at least got 3 women pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Now Ocho Cinco, with him headbutting Evelyn, child. Ocho Cinco was a grown ass man when he headbutted Evelyn. You know, Chris Brown and Rihanna were teenagers, at least maybe early 20s. They may not. Was they even legal? I don't know. Somebody in their late 30s or 40s headbutting another their wife. That's who you are. So Ocho need to still get help for that. I don't know. I know he's engaged to that lady, so that's on him. So I do look at it as 2 different situations. Because like the bad guy again was 19, 20, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference. However, I do believe that people can get help and get better and learn to control their emotions. Like but you have to do the work. This motherfucker here can get better. I don't know if he will. Only time will tell. You know what I'm saying? But anybody who wants to not be abusive has the option to do that if they just do the work. Basically, they go for anybody. Chris, Ocho Cinco, Wesley Snipes, somebody was abusive to Halle Berry and like bust her eardrum. It was either Wesley Snipes or maybe it was the baseball dude. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like anybody can do better by being better. Period. But what we should never do is question why somebody didn't leave when you felt like they should leave. When they left, when they thought she wasn't with that man 10, 15 years. It was 2 years. She got a handsome baby out of it or whatever, and she gonna hopefully move on. Now, if she chooses to go back to him, that's on her. That's on her. And girl, I don't think she will. I hope she won't. Because she was like, his aggressiveness to our kid is something I refuse to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see. But y'all, we done, y'all. We is done. I did not know it'll be a 3-hour tour. Okay. But I hope we had a great, informative conversation about all the things. Okay. And I have to watch some shows and I'll have stuff up tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow for Love and Marriage Huntsville at around 5 or 6. And then other content will be a premiere. Okay. Look, y'all know I love y'all. I gave y'all y'all know usually on a Saturday, this is my me time. I gave y'all my me time because of the issues with the internet being dumb yesterday. So I hope y'all had a good time. Okay. Now we'll be back around here for a conversation, okay, about this or that later on or whatever. I hope you all have already subscribed. Please like the video. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Again, I'll have content up tomorrow. If you are a member, remember, content is always up first thing in the morning for y'all. Okay, so if you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, it may be some content up for you to watch before the premieres and things later on. Okay, but I gotta go. I love you all. Be safe out here in these streets, y'all. Until later on, bye.